Hi, and welcome back to our deep dive series where we look at some more of the advanced features inside of Hasura Cloud. Today, specifically, we'll be looking at finding and fixing errors that you may encounter or have seen inside of your project. To do that, we're going to start with just simulating a little bit of application behavior where we'll run some queries inside of our console here. Now, when I run queries here, and I'm just going to do a quick colors, and I'm going to grab their name, and I'm going to grab the RGB value. When I run these, I get my output as expected. And when I attempt to simulate then an error here in one of these queries, let's call something maybe all colors, for example, which does not exist. When I run this query here inside my console, I do see the error surfaced. Now, depending upon the context that you're working, this may be an opaque error to you. You may be simply the user of an application or a business logic application that is not surfacing this error. And so this is something where you would then receive a support request, say, hey, I tried doing this thing and it didn't work. And now you need to figure out what was the cause of this error. Let's go ahead and run this error a couple more times. We'll go ahead and create various permutations of it by changing our subfields. We'll go ahead and do another search for maybe get all the colors, various things that do not exist. And so let's go ahead and also attempt a couple mutation errors here. What I'm going to do is run a mutation attempting to insert a color that's going to be insert color 1. And that's going to simply attempt to write the hex value without providing a name, which is not valid in my schema. And so we'll do a search here for that as well. It's going to say, hey, you can't do that. Again, I see the error here in console, which is helpful, but it's not what's going to be potentially the use case of your user. So now we've got a couple of errors created. To find out what's causing these errors, so we get the report request in, or our support personnel gets the report and says, hey, we need to see what's going on. You can give them specific access to the monitoring tab here. We'll navigate to operations. And here we'll see a whole lot of errors. And when you want to inspect one of these, we're going to go ahead and just click on the magnifying glass to inspect. And we see a lot of data here now. We see the transport method. So was it a subscription? Was it HTTP? We see the individual requests, timestamp, various things we expect to be helpful. We can see the specific error that got surfaced from our system. We can see all of the request headers over here in the side. And we can see the operation that errored as well. If we were to inspect one of our queries here, and more or less the same kind of data that you would expect to see, and we can easily copy one of these queries, head back over to the API to test it ourselves to see what may be causing the issue. Right away, we would obviously see that the issue is caused here. And we go, oh yeah, I don't actually have that, so I can fix this here as colors and suggest that to the user to update that or file a ticket for the developer to fix the query. We also have the ability to go to the errors tab here as well, where we could see the specific errors created as well. So constraint violations or validations failed, the number of errors occurring with that. And if we click on the inspect there, we're taken straight to a filtered view of the operations tab. The filters are very expressive. So if you come inside of here, you can see that you can give it a custom time range. You can give it a filter based on the actual operation type, mutations or queries. You can see that we have a lot of different sort of filters in place here that allow us to target down to the specific error that may have occurred so that we can really identify what happened for that specific user. That's the basics of finding errors inside of Hasura Cloud. It's a very powerful feature that comes with all paid Hasura Cloud accounts, along with many other tracking features, which we'll be covering in our other in-depth videos inside of this series. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye.